just her way of approaching life and the wildness that's within all of us.
And wanting to do it as more of a spoken piece, as opposed to a song with, I mean, in the beginning there, again, was it just the obvious choice for you to do it as a spoken piece?
I feel like it creates a landscape of this kind of dreamlike experience, and somehow the spoken bit seems to, it almost calls you in or invokes something and welcomes in the listener.
Do you, either of you write poetry that's not intended to be a song lyric?
We both do, yeah. And sometimes things come through, and you know, I'll go, okay, that's just a poem. That's not meant to have words with it, or that's not meant to have music with it.
Do you incorporate any of the spoken poetry in your live performances?
We really haven't too much, but it's definitely something that I have always wanted to do and haven't quite had the courage to do. And I think gradually as we become more comfortable performing, I could imagine myself welcoming that in. And I could totally see Allison doing that too.
And when the two of you were first getting into music, I assume it was at an early age, do you remember who some of your earliest influences were? Who in the music world might have impressed you to the point where you'd say, oh, I'd love to be doing that?
I have really vivid memories of driving across Ireland with our dad and listening to the Beatles.
And James Taylor.
And also our family members have inspired us a lot.
Yeah, our nanny especially, she kind of always keeps us going. Like, we always hold her in our hearts, and she was just such a gifted singer and person in this world.
At an early age, did either of you or both of you ever sing Beatles songs together?
A little bit, yeah. We definitely sang Beatles and James Taylor, as we said, Joni Mitchell, Tracy Chapman, that whole world.
But I find it interesting that even at your young age, you seem to be gravitating a lot more towards the original music.
Yeah, I think as we began our musical career, if that's what you would say, or just...
And how long ago was that?
I don't know. I've tried to pinpoint like what I would consider. I feel like it's only been the past few months really that I would say it's been more of a initiation rather than just falling into it. I think we've taken different kinds of steps in the past few months.
And would they have been things like playing at open mics and then getting invited from there to play other gigs? What were the first steps?
Yeah, I mean, we have played at open mics and things like that for many, many years, and I guess in the past few months that's been a little bit of it, and more it's been word of mouth or people hearing our recordings or coming at it from different angles as opposed to just open mics or those kind of events.
Well, you have another song on your set list there. Tell us a little bit about the next song we're going to hear.
So this one is called Home Is, and it's a song we wrote for our mother. And
Good.
That's it.
That's it.
So this is a song we'll have to play again sometime, maybe on Mother's Day. Let's hope. Once again, here's Allison and Zoe.
This one's for pancakes. On the train from my place to yours, we started singing and made us all less bored. It revolutionized the dull mundane. To sing a song together can help to keep us sane.
Home's the way I feel with folks I've known, and home's the feeling I'll take with me when I go. I found a home in your room. Now I find a home in your face, 'cause home is not a place. In the garden that we forgot to tend, we finished letters that we forgot to send to old friends we don't know anymore. But we've got so much to share with the people they were before. Home's the way I feel with folks I've known, and home's the feeling I'll take with me when I go. I found a home in your womb. Now I find a home in your face, 'cause home is not a place. In the morning, the sun's about to rise. I felt impatient, so I shut my eyes again, and I went back to dreaming about the sun. Oh, I missed that sunrise, but we saw another one. Oh, I missed that sunrise, but we saw another one.
Oh, that's a lovely song, and I hope your mom has heard that one before,
Yep.
and I'm sure she loves that song. Again, thank you so very much for being here. Folks who want to see you perform live, you're going to be at Barnes & Noble on Saturday evening, and that's part of a multi-performer day. I think it begins at 11 o'clock in the morning, and we'll be talking a little bit more about the other performers. And Alison and Zoe will be on sometime a little bit after 7 o'clock, I believe. And then the next night, you're over at the Auburn Public Theater, and I think
Yes, we are.
the folks there kind of gave you one of your first concert gigs, if I'm not mistaken.
They did. Well, we opened up for Lauren and Mark,
Sure.
and they're amazing,
Oh.
and their audience is amazing and very supportive. And then we had one of our own shows a few months later, and that was a very good experience as well. They've been very supportive of us over at APT.
Very good. Well, hang out just for a little bit and maybe give a listen to our next song. Are you familiar with the Burns sisters?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I asked you that once before, didn't I? How do you know the Burns sisters?
Mostly from people saying that either we remind them of them or just suggesting that we learn some of their songs. And there's another connection too.
Our dad met them over in Ireland. He hosts
Uh-huh.
song circles, and he's been trying to put us in touch with them.
So have you finally gotten in touch with the Burns sisters?
Not
from...
yet.
Yeah, but we're
Yet
excited to
to.
listen to
Well,
this
we'll
song.
try to make sure that happens, because that would be lovely to have a show with Alison and Zoe and the Burns sisters. So without further ado, let's give a listen to a song from the Burns sisters called Dance Upon the Earth, right here on Common Threads. Are you familiar with their music?
A little bit, yeah.